and welcome to another episode of geekoutdoors.com. So if you spend any time going to the YouTube homepage, you're probably seeing so many videos with millions of views, millions of subscribers. And then if you're thinking about starting off on YouTube as a creator, you might be thinking to yourself, this is going to be absolutely impossible. And let me tell you, I could definitely understand. And so today I'm going to be talking about my journey on reaching 100 subscribers. Now, I have made videos about this before, but every now and then I definitely want to, talk about these things at different stages of my own YouTube journey, with the hopes that it will help other creators who are starting out, or maybe other creators who have been doing YouTube for a while. So my channel currently at the time of this video, I have over 16,000 subscribers and I have created more than 1,000 videos. But let's go ahead and take a trip back to the past to kind of see where I got started and then how long it took me to get to 100 subscribers. And most importantly, the things that I've learned from that. And so if I go back to my oldest video, the very first video that I posted on YouTube on this channel was on October 21st, 2013. And it was my Double Dragon video. Now, for any of you who have been long-time viewers of my channel, then you definitely know this story. But for people brand new, they might not be aware that whenever I started my channel, it was all about video games. And even now, if you actually go to my playlist, I do have a video game playlist. And my channel originally was actually not called Geek Outdoors. It was called Retro Gaming Geek, and then later changed to Super Retro Geek. And so I love retro gaming, and that's why I started off with that. And that was a really fun, but also really scary thing for me because after a while, up until like 2014, so right here, on November 21st, 2014, was the last time I posted a video from Super Retro Geek because honestly, I wasn't really getting any views. My channel wasn't growing. And at the same time, I was really afraid of showing my face on camera, for many reasons. And so because of that, all of these videos that I made, up to like 35 videos, I never showed my face. And it wasn't until nearly a year later, on October 21st, 2015, that I published my very first episode of Geek Outdoors. So in this case, I was out on the beach and I have been thinking about names. And so I kind of thought, well, let me go ahead and shoot a video of me being a geek, being outdoors. And that's what I did. I turned my camera around, or my phone, which was the HTC One, and I shot my very first Geek Outdoors episode. And I was really absolutely terrified of doing that. And because of that, I kept on creating, kept on creating videos for Geek Outdoors, kept putting myself out there, and 1,000 plus videos later, we have this, we have what we have now. And so now let's go ahead and get to the 100 subscribers, because this is the part where I think a lot of beginning YouTube content creators, they might feel that it might be difficult, or maybe for some people, they might feel it's really easy. And I'd say for a lot of people, this could be really easy for them. They could get to 100 subscribers really easily. But I'm going to be showing you my own struggles and journey in getting there. So as you recall, my very first YouTube video posted was on October 21st, 2013. And now let's look and see when I actually reached 100 subscribers. So my 100 subscriber video was on July 24th, 2016. So that's more than 2+ years. And if I would have waited till October, that would have been 3 years before I reached 100 subscribers. Now, just kind of let that sink in. And so I posted my first video on October 21st, 2013. And by that time, I already created hundreds, more than 100 plus videos. And then finally, I reached 100 subscribers. And so whenever I reached that milestone, you could probably imagine that I was super, super happy and thankful, because initially I kind of thought I was going to get to 100 subscribers maybe in a few months, but instead it turned into more than a year to 2 years. And whenever I reached that, that was probably one of the most exciting moments that I had at that point. And I have mentioned this in other videos that getting your first 100 subscribers is going to be one of the hardest things. But at the same time, it's going to be one of the most rewarding things, because whenever you reach 100 subscribers, that's a really big milestone, because it really shows you that the things that you're creating, there's people out there who actually wants to watch the content that you create. And at the same time, reaching that milestone makes it easier for you to reach bigger milestones. And it's also the beginnings of you creating your community. And that's really one of the biggest lessons that I learned from going through that, is that reaching 100 subscribers is more than just a number. It's all those things that you had to do to actually get to that point. And those same things that you had to do, had to learn, the person you had to become, it's only going to get better over time because you're constantly improving. And then the community that you have built there, more than likely, they're not going to all be there later on. But for people who are there at the beginning, they're still going to be around later on. And that's such an awesome feeling, because these are people that more than likely you're never ever going to meet. And that's why I'm always so grateful and thankful for everybody who comes to this channel, watches the content, supports everything that I do, whether you are brand new or you've been here for a long time. And my long-time subscribers and supporters, I really am definitely very grateful for all of you. And so that's something that you're going to experience yourself. And then the other thing that I want to say is, if you are thinking to yourself that YouTube or any other platform on the internet is a get rich quick thing, or you could get there fast, I'm here to tell you, like, through actual experience, this doesn't happen to everybody. And for the vast majority of people, they're going to be somewhere where I am, where it might not take you 2 years, but it's going to always take you a lot longer than you think. And then if you are that type of person who is basically willing to suffer and, more importantly, learn throughout this, well, you're going to gain a lot out of this. And I would say definitely beyond YouTube, because one thing that doing YouTube has really allowed me to do personally is to learn a lot of different things. Because whenever you get into YouTube, you're going to have to learn a lot of different skills. You're going to have to learn the video editing skills, content creation skills, content marketing, strategy, branding, and entrepreneurial skills. And then you're going to have to learn things about websites as well as time goes on. If you do decide to grow this to a brand, you're going to learn about websites, digital marketing, and sales as well. So you're going to learn a lot of things that you can apply to other areas. And because of YouTube and everything that I learned surrounding that, I was actually able to reach one of my biggest dreams, which was to work on the internet. And I have been working on the internet for around 7 years now. And YouTube was a big part of how I was able to continually work on the internet and then work on it like 100%. So I've been working on the internet for a very long time, and I absolutely love it. And it would never have been possible if I didn't take this like really scary journey of doing this thing called YouTube. And then because of it, I learned so many other things, and I'm continually learning a lot of things. And then also another thing that, reaching this milestone has done for me is it's really helped shape the way that I actually look at things. Most importantly, just being patient, and then understanding that, whenever you are on platforms like YouTube, that change is constant, and you really have to learn how to adapt and be flexible. And that's something that's really hard to explain. But I think with anybody who does anything that's really challenging in their life, all of us have to adapt and change to different things. It's just the fact that whenever you're on the internet, things change really fast. And then another big thing that you learn, at least that I learned, is the huge emotional ups and downs. And so on my channel, I've had videos or multiple videos that have more than 100,000 views. And at least at the time of this video, I actually have about 4 million plus views cumulatively on my channel, which is kind of mind-blowing to me. But even then, my most recent videos, they don't even get like 100 views in some cases. And so you can imagine that for somebody who's doing it for so many years, who've had, I would say, more successes in the past, in terms of like views and subscriber growth. And then to see something like this, especially when your skills, your content, everything's better, that really affects you. And this is something that is always going to be constant. And even though it definitely sucks to not have the type of growth that you expect, especially when you put in so much work, I really feel that because I've been through all of these ups and downs and have constantly learned how to adapt and improve, it's something that is a lot more manageable. And at the same time, if you're able to get to 100 subscribers, reaching the next 500,000 and so forth, it just becomes a lot easier. And I would say for most people who don't get to 100 subscribers, at least from what I've seen, they normally don't go forward. Okay. And so, it kind of goes back to a point that I have made before, and that, YouTube isn't for everybody. Doing stuff on the internet definitely is not for everybody. However, for the person who is willing to go through all of this to get to 100 subscribers, then more than likely they're going to be the same type of person who's probably going to be doing YouTube for the long term. And at least for me, I see that being a content creator, here on YouTube, or maybe there's some other platform in the future, definitely I'm probably going to be doing this for life, because I absolutely love creating content, especially content that not only I enjoy, but also that the community surrounding this, that I've been able to grow and that it's been growing by itself, can enjoy as well. Because if there's something that I create that could actually help people, like a lot of the creators that have helped me, then that really is probably one of the best things that you get out of this. For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at geekoutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below. And so those are some of my thoughts on my YouTube journey of reaching 100 subscribers. And every now and then, as I'm on my YouTube journey, I will be sharing these things. And hopefully for any new YouTube creators that are watching this and they're going through these same feelings or emotions or these struggles, I could definitely say, being a creator that's been through this, I understand, and as you're going through your own journey, you're probably going to be facing a lot more challenges in the future. But just take it from me, from somebody who's been doing it for a while now and who's constantly trying to learn and improve, I really think that this is something that is worth it. And you would definitely be really surprised at not only what you learn, but actually who you become, and also how your life could really change because of something like YouTube. And at least for me, this has definitely changed my life for the better. And so if you actually had any thoughts on this, whether you are brand new to YouTube, or maybe you've just now reached 100 subscribers, or maybe you are a veteran and want to leave some of your own experiences, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you did want to see any of these older videos, for my first YouTube video and my 100 subscribers, I will put links to that in the description below as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.